Alex, where's your brother Gabe?
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Welcome to Books Talk, and I'm your host, Alex Galindo. Today, our central question is, how does society determine morality? We've got our answers, and our guest speakers are Catcher in the Rye, A Separate Peace, Night, As They Lay Dying, A Good Man is Hard to Find, and Slaughterhouse-Five. Catcher's answer is that society determines morality by ending innocence. Upon ending innocence, people are forced to interact with others as dictated by society and the media. So Holden has general disdain for phoniness, the adult characteristics he sees, and everything like that, and the media, going on to say how it ruins people, and this is a comment on American culture and, in turn, American morals and the false beliefs that he feels is instilled in everyone, including himself. So he keeps on trying to run away from this, running away from everyone, and including his sister and his English teacher, who keep on saying that he should just accept it. He should just be what society expects of him. However, it catches up with him at the museum, where he has a bout of diarrhea. But he goes on to say that I could have been killed when I hit the floor, but all I did was sort of lay on my side. This says that he could have died, but he didn't, because he has accepted the morals of society, and that he will live. But if he hadn't, he would have died, and other things could have happened to him. Now, the message of A Separate Peace and Night is more physical in nature, and that is talking about how society is very situational, and as such, morals are. So it's a response to what's happening at that moment. And the Separate Peace centers around Jean and Finney and their time at the Devon School. So, and there's also Leper, but Leper is not really much of a major character. He is a symbol of innocence that's used rather selectively, and he is just the embodiment of innocence. However, even he has to join the war. When he is enlisting, he says that it's like a test, isn't it? And only the things and the people who have been evolving the right way survive. This shows that even innocence has to evolve, otherwise innocence will die. And Gene ponders this, but he's in denial, so he ignores it. Benny is also in denial by training Gene, so he ignores it too. However, the characters do change. Gene becomes more capable of change. Crash Brush becomes better, he's more of a minor character. And Leper goes insane. But Finney does not. Finney, one of the major characters, dies at the end of the book, and Gene notes how all of them being everyone around him, all except Phineas, constructed these Maginot lines at imminent cost to themselves. This is commenting on the paranoia that was present in World War II America, and how everyone was paranoid, but he is saying that Finney was not. And although these people have lost their innocence, have corrupted themselves, they're still alive. Phineas, however, was not capable of change. As such, he died. He did not change with the society. His morals were outdated, and well, he died. So you have to change. Now, Night is more a story about. It's a true story. It's about Elie Wiesel's time in the concentration camps. And one time when a prisoner was talking to him, he was told that a prisoner told him that you cannot think of others. In this place, there's no such thing as father, brother, or friend. Now, this shows that. This is unthinkable in most cases. It would be. However, this is a concentration camp, and this is not everyday life. So it shows that morals are have to change. And Ellie's had to change, otherwise he would die. And he did change, his morals did change when he allowed his father to be smothered to death. And this is especially shown at the end when he talks about how he saw a corpse looking back at him, showing the death of his innocence, the death of his original morals, and of who he once was. He had to change. As They Lay Dying's message is more about how society determines identity, which in turn determines morality, because identity is because morality is just how we interact with others based upon our identity. Cash, one of the main characters of the book, arguably the main character, is obsessed with balance. He was the one who created the casket for Addie Bundren, who they are going to bury in Mississippi, and the Bundren family, the main family of the book, their journey centers around this casket. Cash talks about how the casket needs to ride on a balance, otherwise chaos will ensue, it could fall off, and that would be very bad. So everyone wants control over their own life, and at the end of the book, they send Darl to a mental institution. They regain control after what he did, like trying to burn the casket or all those sort of things. So by regaining control, they are able to assert this identity upon Darl, and Darl accepts it because he doesn't want to be ostracized anymore. He wants to be a part of society. And as such, he accepts these morals of the crazy person. And the crazy person doesn't really have morals because they're insane. They don't know what's happening to them. And a good man is hard to find has pretty much the same idea as I Lay Dying, except it talks more about memory and how that links to identity. We have to have memory in order to connect to this identity. Arguably the main character of the book. The misfit, the short story, he doesn't remember why he was sent to a penitentiary. The penitentiary said that misfit, according to the misfit, the penitentiary said that what I had done was kill my daddy, but I know that for a lie. He says that he died of a disease or whatever, but he does not have any proof of this. The penitentiary has papers, so without this memory, he cannot affect who he once was. He has to be a prisoner, to be the greater, the soldier. So he has to accept the only identity that is available to him, which is the identity of a criminal. So he accepts this, and he looks at reality through this. He doesn't do this knowingly, but he accepts it, as shown when he kills the grandmother during her moment of grace, which is not really a moral thing to do, but it's how he views things. And Slaughterhouse-Five's message is more about how we, as humans, care for one another. We cannot escape this. As such, we are entangled into society, and morality is our response to caring for one another about their needs. So Billy Pilgrim, the main character of the book, is very anti-human. However, he still has to care for others. He cares about his son Robert, and he tries to ignore this by closing his eyes, which references to the Tralfamadorian philosophy where you just close your eyes and everything is better. However, this does not work because he's only denying it, and the epigraph at the end of the book, the last two lines are, "But the little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes." And Jesus is not crying. He is a baby, and most babies cry, but he is not. This shows that only the divine can escape, and Billy is not divine by any means. He is still human, and as such, he still has to suffer. And this is why he cares about his son, his wife, he cares about the horses. And the only way to escape this is by being on another planet, which is crazy, because the only other person who has done this in the book is Montana Wildhack, and she's on planet Tralfamador breastfeeding her baby, which is crazy. So it's just commenting on the absurdity of this, that this is impossible. We have to care about one another. As such, morality is created. Billy cares about his son. He has to, so he feels like he has to tell the world about this because he cares. He cannot escape this. Morality is a very difficult thing. It's subjective, and as is reality. So there is no true morality. You can never really get at the truth, and nothing is really solid when you think about it. Thank you. He's downstairs.